Good evening to Dr. Abu Hanifah bin Ayob and my fellow friends. Today, I will be discussing on a multinational enterprise which is titled Petroliam National Berhad, which is also known as PETRONAS. Next slide. Okay. First and foremost, let me introduce you to my team members, Lutfie Al-Husni, Fatin Nursyazana, Suhashinee, and myself, Sharween Vinod. Next slide. Okay. As for the contents, we will be discussing on 5 important topics, which includes introduction of Petroliam National Berhad, which is PETRONAS, the background operations in Malaysia of PETRONAS, the political and legal challenges and opportunities in Malaysia for PETRONAS, the financial monetary challenges and opportunities in Malaysia, and last but not least, we are also going to discuss on the conclusion, which covers the analysis of the current performance and proposes strategies for improvement. Next slide. Okay, let's begin with the introduction of Petroleum National Berhad. Next slide. Petroleum National Berhad, or it is commonly known as PETRONAS, has been established in the year 1974 and wholly owned by the government of Malaysia. It has been entrusted with the responsibility of adding value to the oil and gas industry in Malaysia. PETRONAS has grown to be an integrated international company, and its businesses has been expanded to over 35 countries worldwide. PETRONAS has also been identified as one of the new 7 sisters, which is the most influential and mainly state-owned national oil and gas companies from countries outside the OECD. PETRONAS has also been engaged with a broad spectrum of petroleum activities, which includes upstream exploration and production of oil and gas, as well as the downstream refining. Next slide. We will also be talking about the background operations in Malaysia for PETRONAS. Next slide. As everyone knows, PETRONAS has been established in the year 1974, and it operates under the terms of the Petroleum Development Act on October 1974. The goals of PETRONAS are to safeguard the national sovereignty over oil and gas reserves. It is also to plan for both present and future national need for oil and gas. PETRONAS also takes part in the distributing and marketing of petroleum and petrochemical products at a reasonable price. This has prompted the government to choose the forms of dealings with private oil companies would take. In the year 1976, PETRONAS has gone into downstream for the very first time. Besides that, it has been chosen by the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, to begin construction on the second ASEAN Joint Industrial Project, which is a urea plant. PETRONAS has also been the net exporter for oil, but exports were at a very low level. Hence, PETRONAS has created PETRONAS Carigali, which is a subsidiary of PETRONAS, to strengthen the exploration and production of oil and gas. PETRONAS Carigali also retains the supervisory powers over all oil and gas ventures. Next slide. Okay. The mode of entry for PETRONAS is through advertising. Petronas has been involved in mass advertising, which applies on newspapers, televisions, social media, magazines, and billboards. Petronas also involves in domestic refining, petrochemical manufacturing, and marketing business. Petronas also manages a globally coordinated downstream operation which is designed to optimize product delivery to its customers through marketing and trading operations. This also creates various advantages for Petronas, the ability to build sale volume and switching costs. And this has also been a good deal by advertising. Petronas has also has a good deal by advertising to promote its products and services. Next slide. Okay. As we know as we speak about the marketing strategy, Petronas analyzes the brand with the marketing mix framework, which covers 4 P's, which is product, price, place, and promotion. These marketing strategies help to achieve the business goals and missions of Petronas. Petronas marketing strategy helps the brand or the company to be the most competitive company in the oil and gas industry in Malaysia. Besides that, there are also several other marketing strategies which has been deployed, such as product innovation, pricing approach, and planning. Next slide. As for the next presentation, I will pass it over to Lutfie. Lutfie, over to you.
Thank you, Sharween. Now I will discuss about political and legal system, challenges or opportunities. Next slide. Political system is defined as the set of formal legal institutions that constitute a government or a state. Politics of Malaysia take place in the framework of the federal representative democratic constitutional monarchy, in which Yang di-Pertuan Agong is the head of state and the Prime Minister of Malaysia is the head of government. Executive power is exercised by the federal government and the 13 state government. The government control Petronas, so when it's come to the political system, then Petronas must also intervene. As we all know, Petronas is a corporation fully owned by the government of Malaysia. For example, involving political parties, where in July 2020, Petronas had to pay a certain amount of losses to Sarawak when Petronas stopped exploration and reduced capital expenditure and organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC 2020, in the face of volatile oil and gas price. Benefiting from the decision is the Gabungan Parti Sarawak, GPS, which can ride on the success of earning a higher share of oil money. It also includes when there is election, whether a state election or a federal election, where the price of Petronas oil is expected to go down and up during the election or after the election. Such insensibilities often affect Petronas' financial growth. Often Petronas' annual reports show unfavorable results when elections take place. There is no denying that the COVID-19 era hits country. The Petronas company was badly affected. The government had no imposed restriction on movement control order MCO or lockdowns for reason of increasing number of cases. Roads are also completely closed and tightly controlled by the authorities, making the people unable to use vehicles. There was no profit by Petronas when MCO causes Petronas to lower oil price drastically. Next slide. Okay, Malaysia practice mixed legal system, which include common law, Islamic law, and customary law. Petronas is no exception, and it's also commonly involved in legal case. For example, in February 2020, Petronas was subject to double taxations due to SST. Double taxation is among the issue raised in the Petronas case, which sought judicial review to squash the valuations notice involving about 1.3 billion ringgit in SST. Petronas explained that the constitution does not support double taxations because there are already taxes imposed by the federal government. Subsequently, in November 2019, The Labour Court ordered Petronas to pay a former employee about 1.13 million ringgit for dismissing without causes. Convicted of legal offences, Petronas came forward to state the reason why the former employee did not perform better after he was given a performance improvement implementations or PIP for 6 months. Then in October 2021, Sudan seized Petronas asset. Petronas vehemently objected to the seizure of its asset by the Sudanese transitional government, which its claim was not accordance with the letter of the law. According to the report by the Prime Minister semi-junta transitional government, Abdallah Hamdok acted to seize land that should have been used to build the headquarters, office room and residences of Petronas expatriate worker bought during the rule of former Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir. So every firm or company involved in Petronas will also have an impact either positively or negatively on the country of Malaysia and the people as the whole. For the next slide, I will pass to Shazana. Over to you, Shazana.
Okay, thank you, Lutfie. So I will proceed our presentation for financial or monetary challenges or opportunity of Petronas. So the pride and financial backstop of the federal government is suffering from the sudden crash in demand of for oil and gas caused by the reaction to the advance of the coronavirus. This is on top of other issues facing the company, including delays in the rollout of project and lackluster downstream activity performance. In the federal government, Petronas also face a principal stakeholder that has been used for a steady revenue stream. This is particularly the case when national budget of late has been deficit. Public debt has grown to 52.5% of nominal gross domestic product, and it will rise to 4.7% of GDP because of the 260 billion ringgit measure package to counter the economic effect of the coronavirus crisis. Although the downstream business grew by 11% in sales value, it represents only 8% of group revenue. So Petronas is not experiencing a smooth rollout in its development project. A venture into Canada to build a pipeline to exploit natural gas reserve after purchasing Progress Energy Resources for $6 billion back in 2012 has been met with delay or overnative title and environmental impact studies, drawing out costs without incoming revenues. So it has also caused local controversy in Canada by offshoring rig construction to China. Green advocates, Eco Justice, and Sierra Club have taken Petronas Canada to court over environmental assessment. In Kuching, the High Court ordered Petronas on May 5 to pay 1.3 billion ringgit measure in state sale tax from 2018 on sale to the Sarawak government, following the dismissal of Petronas' application to stay the implementation order issued by the Controller of State Sale Tax. Petronas tried to suspend this payment on the ground that it would suffer financial hardship and that its ability to pay dividend to the federal government would be affected. Financial performance within the international oil and gas industry look uncertain and fragile, which is ExxonMobil reported their first quarterly loss since 1999. Shell also has cut their dividend to preserve cash, announcing austerity measure aimed in increasing liquidity. With crude prices around $20 plus per barrel, the oil market is also almost totally at the mercy of the pandemic, with the glut of oil in storage to keep prices depressed for some months into the future. So with tourism, air transport and logistics depressed, national government, including Malaysia, will have to go deeper into deficit financing to pump their respective economies. This is a dilemma for Petronas, which will be under extreme pressure to pay some form of dividend to help the government manage the forthcoming budget. Next is for the opportunities. So for the year in review, the group capital investment decreased to 33.4 billion ringgit measure as compared to 47.8 billion in the preceding year. So the reduction reflects the collective effort by all business segments in optimizing their portfolio and reprioritizing projects with the aim to safeguard PETRONAS liquidity. Despite the spending optimization effort, PETRONAS continue to invest in key projects which are aligned with the group's long-term sustainability agenda. So domestically, 9.0 billion ringgit measure or 62% of upstream's total capital investment was spent on key projects such as the Kasawari gas field development, Bayan Phase 2, Baram Delta Enhanced Oil Recovery and Pegaga gas field development. A total of 5.4 billion ringgit measure was allocated towards international portfolio investment with key countries include Canada, Iraq, Azerbaijan and Mexico. So notable investment include upstream's first entry into the oil and gas operation in the Gulf of Mexico, USA through a subsidiary, Progress Resources USA LLC for a 30% working interest in the Monument prospect in early 2020. The gas and new energy business accounted for 23% of group total capital investment and incurred a total spending of 7.6 billion in 2020. The capital investment for 2020 were predominantly spent on its international venture, particularly for its LNG project in Canada. So during the year, the segment also made further investment through the acquisition of solar assets under Acme Solar in India. The downstream segment utilized capital investment of 5.0 billion ringgit measure during the year, or 15% of the group's overall capital investment allocation. The spending made during the year was mainly allocated towards further investment in the Pengerang Integrated Complex or PIC, which is currently on track with its plan to transition to commercial operation. So other investment were mainly related to operational capital investment as well as turnaround activities. So for the next part, I will pass it to Suhashinee.
Thank you, Nursyazana. Okay, I would like to discuss about the conclusion, which is the analysis of the current performance and strategy for proposed strategy for the improvement on the PETRONAS operation. Okay, PETRONAS National Berhad. PETRONAS is Malaysia National Oil Company and is on track towards becoming a leading oil and gas multinational of choice, ranked among the largest corporations in the world. PETRONAS is engaged in a number of oil and gas-based operations involving a wide range of petroleum activities, including upstream oil, gas exploration and development, downstream oil refining, marketing and distribution of petroleum products. Based on the PETRONAS analysis of the current performance and purpose strategy for improvement on the operation for the first half of 2021, the group posted revenue RM 109.6 billion, a 70% increase, and also for the second quarter ended 30 June 2021, the group recorded revenue RM 57.1 billion, an increase of 68% from 34 billion in the corresponding quarter last year. Next slide. The analysis of current performance and strategy for the improvement on the PETRONAS operation is upstream activities in Malaysia and internationally were inevitable affected due to the prolonged lockdowns implemented all over the world. The impact of the challenges was largely eased by the deliberate steps were undertook on the enhanced operational performance while keeping the cost down. Upstream implemented prudent measures to ensure the continued business, including cost down, upstream reviewing all its activity as well as arranging all as well as arranging and rescheduling all projects. They also continue to focus our effort on maintaining asset integrity and reliability, while ensuring their customer were optimally served. In addition, they also enhanced the strategy to address future customers were uncertain, which is include the implementation of innovation technology, digital infrastructure. Moving forward, the strategy in place, reinvent upstream will be hold us in good stead in our aspiration to be safe and low cost and low carbon business. Petronas are also applying carbon capture and storage in their high carbon dioxide field in considering renewable energy as our preferred source of power at platform. Petronas, the energy landscape continue to change, particularly in the upstream space. They will continue effort for focus on making their business safe, low cost and low carbon. The strategy for improvement on the operation for Petronas is continuous effort to explore opportunity is the as part of its global growth strategy. Next slide. Petronas continue to make natural gas as a crucial component of the global energy mix and liquefy natural gas, a cleaner choice of fuel for our global customer. Natural gas provides clean, secure, reliable and flexible energy to drive the energy transition toward the sustainable future. It also ideal complementary fuel for renewable energy source such as solar. They will also pursuing growth opportunity leveraging in integrated industrial park power generating capacity in Malaysia. In the global liquefied natural gas space, Petronas continue to assure its customer with a reliable supply to cleaner energy by leveraging on global portfolio of asset and various supply nodes located in Malaysia, Egypt, Australia and in the future Canada. At the same time, Petronas have collaborated with the term buyer and provide flexible contractual terms as well as introduce more accessibility, affordable and sustainable cleaner energy solution to their customer. Gas Plus New Energy maintain its liquefied natural gas sales volume at 33.1 million tons per annum and achieve its overall operation equipment effectiveness rate of 96.8%. In Malaysia, Petronas Berhad went to achieve top quarter performance in both energy index and maintains cost as well as sustain world-class asset reliability, propelled by its 4-year strategy roadmap, which was launched in 2019 with clear goals to be achieved every year up to year 2022. The improvement of the operation in Malaysia, Petronas was focusing on rooftop solar solution for commercial and industrial customer via Megawatt by Petronas, which is over 90 megawatt capacity under the development. In the a total of 13 out of 15 Lotus stores, previously known as a Tesco Cross Malaysia, were fitted with the rooftop solar solution. Moreover, they also making a good progress by the way the cleaner energy generation in own backyard. Petronas also encouraged the energy transition in cleaner and more sustainable energy source, gathered greater momentum to government refine their commitment to the achieving net zero carbon emission by 2050. In response to get this Gas Plus New Energy continuous in strengthen in position as a one-stop center for cleaner energy solution to meet future demand and requirements. This effort made them good progress by the way of securing new natural gas sales, concluding liquefied natural gas deals and compost contract extension and new customer segment and expansion into new market. Next slide. Downstream continue to focus effort sustaining sales volume while delivering high value product that help to address customer pain point as reliable and creditable partner in providing innovative product and solution. They got down resetting our commercial strategy to generate sustainable long-term margin and create greater value for Petronas Group. Other than introduced its best fuel yet in December 2020, the PETRONAS Primax 97 with Pro Race engineered with meet of demand of advanced technology engine as well as customer desire for more powerful, responsive and efficient performance. Next, the purpose of the strategy for improvement on the operation PETRONAS always keep the sustainable of operation excellent in check while enabling us gaze out into the future horizon customer needs and identify area of potential high value growth. At the same time, it is enabling us to prepare ourselves with the right talented culture tools to secure new opportunity and mitigate the challenges ahead. Next, their latest development, the Pengerang Integrated Complex in Johor, has been designed with growth blueprint since its very beginning. Is incorporated detailed roadmap that outline in 3 phases of growth our next 10 years. The design of facility enables the business to extract the highest value from the molecule for maximum value creation with the ultimate aim for position PETRONAS as specialty chemical procedure and Pengerang Integrated Complex and leading petrochemical park in region. Driven the sustainable development, Pengerang Integrated Complex will be strived into the achieve into the net zero carbon emission by 2050. Then also, PETRONAS downstream business remain committed to enriching lives through innovative solutions. To maintain a competitive advantage, they will continue to leverage new tools, advanced infrastructure, and high-value products, as well as strategy and business model to deliver sustainable and long-term value creation opportunity. In addition to that, they will also continue to leverage integrated value chain and advanced infrastructure to support their operation while delivering high value product and also solution for seamless and frictionless customer experience. In conclusion, PETRONAS has given growing nationwide and worldwide the product also being exported used in otherwise countries such as Egypt, Africa. The exportation of the merchandise is making a lot of profit and such as the country benefit a lot from it. PETRONAS is a unique experience and expertise coupled with the technical and operational competence that allow be acceptable as the preferred strategy partner into the international companies and the host countries. Then PETRONAS facing the adverse business and economic environment. PETRONAS is still able to integrate and value and globalize in operation. This will be bring the company toward realization of vision, become a leading oil and gas multinational of choice. Thank you. That's all from us.